Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our latest Chronicle is here, and this time it is Klassic Kitana. We're going to go through her kit, and at the end of this video there will be a summoning. However, it will not be Klassic Kitana, so stay tuned for that. But let's get straight into this because she is an unbelievable character. I have a feeling she is going to be one of the dominant characters to enter this game to date. For her auto ability, Kitana creates a whirlwind underneath her foe, doing area of effect damage and also possibly applying knockup. This also spreads the effects of burn, bleed and poison to anyone within that area of effect. Also, if her foe does become airborne, she jumps up and throws a fan at them, dealing extra damage. This ability is so good, especially given that you can spread those damage over time effects to other enemies within the area. That gives her the flexibility to slot into so many different team combinations just so that she can spread those effects around. But let's take a look at these passive abilities, because this is really going to separate her from a lot of other characters. When a teammate is hit with an attack that would normally KO them, she actually heals them for a percentage of her own maximum health. If her teammates are either Outworld or Classic, they'll get additional healing based on their own maximum health, which takes course over 10 seconds. Now just note that this can only be used once per teammate, so if you are going up against Klassic Kitana, you really want to try and eliminate her from the battle first, so that completely nullifies that effect. But moving on to her second passive, and this is another healing effect, but this time when her teammates damage anyone with any damage over time effects, they get healed a percentage of that damage every time it is dealt. So when you're looking at characters like Melina that deal out bleed, every time they bleed, she's going to get a small amount of healing. This is really going to help some of these characters stay alive a lot longer in the battle. Also, if they are Classic or Outworld affiliated, they'll get extra healing on top of that as well. Now for her special ability, and this is another area of effect damage, but this time in a cone shape in front of her. So this will not only inflict damage on the opponent, but everyone within that cone could suffer from bleed as well. If they are a magical damage foe, then they will also be guaranteed to suffer a critical hit. And on top of that, for every Outworld or Classic teammate that she has at the start of the battle, the damage for this ability is increased. So you really want to make sure that you're aware of who you're teaming her up with. But everything in her kit so far really tells me that she is a very good counter for Kenshi. And for those of you that are going to summon her, if you are lucky enough or rich enough to get those combo meters up a little bit higher, her first combo is going to extend her auto ability, so it's going to add extra damage and also an attack debuff to her foe. And combo 3 is going to extend her special move, so after she does inflict that bleed and damage in the cone shape, she'll do the same thing again, but this time it's the 360 degrees around her, so it can really do a lot of damage to enemies, especially if they are grouped together. So using her alongside someone like Undying Shao Kahn, who can pull all of those enemies in towards him, if you can get Kitana close to him and use that special, you're really going to take full effect of this ability. On top of that, once you do have her at combo 3 and she uses her special, it will immediately reset the cooldown of Whirlwind, which is also going to give her another chance to spread that bleed around to anyone that wasn't affected by it the first time. In terms of gear, you're definitely going to want to run an attack set on her. Other than that, you could run a crit chance set, but it may also be worth running a health set because you're going to be doing a lot of healing as well, and the more health that she has, the more that she can heal her other teammates. Now if you go into the event store, they do have attack and health sets in there. So if you're going to use those event tokens, you can get those purple sets in attack and health. So you're going to get a lot of benefit out of them. Speaking of the event store, there is a brand new epic relic, and that is the Outworld Komidogu. So if you don't have Kitana's Fatality relic, this is definitely a really good one to get. You do have both dodge and attack stats as the base on this. You've also got the secondary for health and critical damage. On top of that, for every unique affinity that you have on the team, you're going to get an extra 5% attack boost. So that could be 15% if you do have one mind, one body, and one spirit on the team. You also get 5% extra critical chance boost for every unique class that is on the team. I think this only stacks up to 3 times, so you can double up on one class. Say if you had 2 snipers or something like that, it won't change the effect of this. You can only get a maximum of the 15% boost. But as you level this up, those stats will increase as well. So you can get a lot of extra damage out of Kitana just by having this relic on her. So if you're going to summon her, I would definitely be going for the relic. Even if you're not going to summon her, this relic is really going to boost some of your other characters because it is unrestricted. You can put it on whoever you like. The other relic that's in the store is the Datusha Chris, which is Ashra's sword. This is going to be really good for any of your assassin or warrior characters. These are so easy to get. It's not hard to get both of them. I would definitely encourage you to get them because this allows those characters to cut through the defense of their opposition. But overall, I really do think that Klassic Kitana is going to be a very good character. Her special does build up a little bit slow, but if she can survive in the battle to the point where she can use that, then she's really going to start cutting your characters down. So if you do have her on your team, make sure that you look at who you're teaming her with to get the full effect out of her. If you're going up against her, make sure that you match her against a mind affinity. Try and cut her down as quick as you possibly can before she can get that special away, because she's really going to start doing a lot of damage to your team if she does that. Now, I did promise you a summoning at the end of this video. Last time when I got Kenshi, I did that within 200 orbs. So that left me with a lot of orbs and crystals if I needed them to summon somebody else. And lucky for me, they did put MK1 Scorpion back in as the featured fighter, so I decided to unlock him. Now, I was really hoping for my luck to continue so I don't have to use all of those crystals. I really want to be able to save them up for another character down the line or for some other event that might come along so that I can refresh a lot more times. So this is the result that I had. This is our first summon here, and once again we're seeing blue. There's 4 blue ones here, so that's 4 4-star characters. I got 2 copies of Tanya there, really boosting up that combo meter. Finally getting somewhere with Aaron Black. Moving on to our second summon and hoping for purple, but we do have blue. Always happy to get them. Those affinity souls are really good for upgrading those characters. I really want to get a lot more up to that 6-star level. We got another 3 more 4-star characters there. That's getting those combo meters up again on a few of those guys. Moving on to number 3. So we didn't beat Kenshi, but on our 3rd attempt, we see the purple here. MK1 Scorpion, 300 orbs to get him. But not only did we get him, got 2 copies of him, boosting his combo meter up to level 1. And in case you're not aware, what that means, he's able to summon Sub Zero in when he uses his special. So there is a chance you can freeze your opponent along with burning them. I've also maxed out a few other combo meters there, which is really, really good. A great result, especially on a free-to-play account. But that's it for this one, guys. If you'd like to support the channel, a super thanks would be very much appreciated. Other than that, guys, like and sub, you know the deal. We've got plenty more Onslaught coming your way. Don't miss out, and we'll catch you in the next one.